Hi everybody, hope you're all okay. We're on English for the 25th, continuing with our theme of poetry, seaside poetry. However, today we're going to be looking at some alliteration and how we can use that in our writing and how it helps to make our writing more effective and interesting to read. Okey-doke. So to start off, just got two different poems here. I'm on a mission to help us to read as many seaside poems as possible so that we have lots of inspiration and ideas for when we come to write our own. So the first one, we've got the seagulls, and I'll read through them with you. The seagulls think we live at the seaside. The tower blocks are their cliffs. They swoop for fish in the gutter, but are happy that it's last night's fried rice. They stand about screaming on the pavement beach and ride the sea breezes pumped out by the cinema air conditioning. They hover over waves of cars, and if you stare at them, wondering what they're doing so far from home, they stare back. This is our home now. That kebab is a crab. So I think that one's all about how seagulls are, they're scavengers, aren't they? They'll pinch your chips, they'll pinch any food they can find. So that's the general gist of that poem. And in the second one, we've got Inside a Shell. And I love this one because I really love it when you put a shell to your ear and it does sound like the ocean. It's really nice and relaxing. So Inside a Shell. Oh, and this poem as well also has some really nice examples of alliteration, which I'm going to explain to you in a second. So, inside a shell. Inside a shell, there is the whisper of a wave. Inside a feather, there is a breath of a breeze. Inside an ember, there is the memory of a flame. Inside a rock, there is the murmur of a mountain. Inside a well, there is the echo of a wish. Inside a seed, there is the promise of a flower. Snap those fingers, tap those toes. Okay, so it's sort of linked to the ocean and the seaside. Obviously, it speaks about the shells, but it does also speak about other things too. So, alliteration. Alliteration is where the words start with the same sound. So, if we look in here, we've got whisper of a wave. So you can see those two words there start with the same lettered sound. We've also got breath of a breeze. We've got murmur of a mountain. And I think that's it in that one. So alliteration, where words start with the same sound and they are used after each other, creates sort of an effective description and helps your writing to flow together and also is much more interesting for your reader to read as well. Okay, so alliteration is when words start with the same sound. For example, Sammy the slippery snake. So you've got sir, and sir. Sammy the slippery snake, it's quite difficult to say actually, that came sliding. So alliteration is used in both written and spoken English. We can find examples in poetry, advertising, and events commentary. It's often used in newspapers in the headlines to grab the reader's attention. So it's all about making your writing interesting and really hooking the reader in. Okay, your task for today. I'm going to give you a few pictures, and what I would like you to try to do is think of alliteration to describe what you can see in the picture. So for example, this one, we've obviously got the sand, and the alliteration that I've thought of is the soft silky sand. However, I don't want you to just stop there and do that. What I'd like you to do is to incorporate the alliteration within a sentence. So the soft silky sand felt wonderful between my toes. So I want you to start off maybe with one word, building that alliteration, and then incorporate that within some sentences, please. So we've got sand. Just go through a couple more examples before I go. We've got the sea, so brilliantly blue, and try and incorporate that within a sentence as well. And then finally, continue. Oh, I don't know where that come from. Continuing with our seaside theme, I've got some tropical fish. I've got tremendously, terrific, tropical. Sometimes a bit of a tongue twister doing alliteration, but just have some fun with it, everybody. Obviously, remember your capitals, your full stops, commas maybe, if you're using those. So looking for some fantastic alliteration in your sentences today. Okay, everybody, have fun, enjoy. Thank you.